Hey folks, welcome back to Beyond Income, the channel where we cut through the noise and give you the real talk on money that actually impacts your day-to-day life. Imagine this. You walk into Walmart or Tesco, grab the same groceries, the same pair of jeans, or that new phone you've been eyeing, and your receipt is suddenly $20, $50, even $200 heavier than it was just a year ago. Not because of some random inflation spike, but because of a policy that's now officially 1 year old. Trump's tariffs turned 1 in April 2026, the so-called Liberation Day tariffs that kicked off back in 2025. And today, I'm breaking down exactly how much extra you're paying right now, whether you're in the US or the UK. No fluff, no politics, just the cold hard numbers on your wallet, your shopping cart, and your family budget. If you've been wondering why everything feels a little tighter lately, this is the video you've been waiting for. Stick with me till the end because I'm going to give you the full US and UK guide, real-world examples of what's gone up, who's really footing the bill, and a few smart moves to protect your money. By the time we're done, you'll know precisely what this means for your household. And you might just want to hit subscribe so you never miss another finance breakdown like this. Let's dive in. First, a quick rewind so we're all on the same page. Back in early 2025, right after the inauguration, President Trump rolled out what he called Liberation Day, a sweeping set of tariffs aimed at China, Mexico, Canada, and pretty much everyone else. We're talking 25% on steel and aluminum, later doubled to 50% on some metals, a baseline 10% on almost everything imported, sky-high rates on Chinese goods, sometimes stacking up over 100% in certain cases, and big ones on autos and parts. The goal? Bring jobs back, shrink the trade deficit, and make other countries pay. Fast forward to April 2026, 1 full year later. Some of the most aggressive emergency tariffs got partially rolled back after the Supreme Court stepped in earlier this year, but the core structure is still here. Higher duties on metals, a 10% baseline that stuck,
and plenty of targeted hikes. The trade deficit did drop sharply. Trump called it the biggest drop in history. But here's the part that matters to you and me. Economists across the board agree that American consumers and businesses ended up paying the vast majority of the bill. Like 96% of it, according to studies from the Fed, Tax Foundation, and Yale's Budget Lab.
So let's talk real numbers for the US first, because this is where the direct hit has been the hardest. According to the Nonpartisan Tax Foundation, the average American household paid about an extra $1,000 in 2025 just from tariffs, on top of everything else. That's like a hidden tax on your shopping list. For 2026, with some adjustments and refunds kicking in, it's projected to drop to around $600 per household, on average. But here's the thing, those are averages. Lower income families feel it way more because they spend a bigger chunk of their money on tariff-hit stuff like clothes, shoes, and groceries. Some Democratic analyses from the Joint Economic Committee put the 2025 hit closer to $1,745 per family and warned it could climb even higher without the court changes. Let me make this tangible with everyday examples. Walk into any big box store right now and you'll see it. Clothing and shoes. Imported apparel prices have jumped 17 to 20 percentage points above trend. Jeans that used to be $40, now closer to $44 or more. A toddler clothing set from places like Cambodia, up 49% in some cases. Nike and other big brands openly said they're passing on $1 billion plus in extra costs. You're seeing it in the price tag. Cars and auto parts. This one stings. Early modeling showed a 13.5% average increase on new vehicles. That's an extra $6,400 on the average new car or SUV. Even with some price softening in the market, if you're shopping for a new ride made with imported steel or parts from Mexico or Canada, you're still feeling hundreds or thousands extra. Electronics. Laptops, phones, TVs, prices up noticeably. Harvard economists tracking barcode data saw imported electronics rise sharply. A gaming console or home appliance that used to be $500, easily $50 to $100 more. Groceries and household stuff. Coffee and tea up around 10%, fresh produce 2 to 3.4% higher, especially stuff from Mexico. Furniture and household textiles 7 to 8% more expensive.
Overall grocery prices rose 2.4% in the past year, but the tariff slice is baked in. Shoes?
Some reports showed 39% jumps on certain imports. Small businesses got hammered too. The average small importer paid an extra $306,000 in tariffs over the last 12 months. Now, the UK side of the story. Because even if you're watching from London, Manchester, or Birmingham, this isn't just an American problem. The UK struck some deals early on. Exemptions or quotas for British steel, aluminum, aerospace, and cars, which softened the blow for a few big exporters. But there's still that 10% baseline tariff, and in some periods, it crept to 15% before negotiations. For British consumers, the hit is more indirect, but still real. UK exports to the US got more expensive for American buyers, so demand dipped in sectors like food and drink, textiles, machinery, and electrical goods. That means less revenue for UK companies, which can mean slower wage growth or job pressure here at home. Economists at NIESR and the OBR warned UK GDP could be 0.5 to 2.5% lower over a few years because of the ripple effects. Uncertainty, weaker business investment, and global supply chain headaches. On the flip side, some goods that were headed to the US got diverted to the UK market, which actually helped keep a few prices down. But if you buy American branded stuff or products with US components, you might see slight increases. Overall cost of living pressure? It's there. Higher raw material costs for UK manufacturers get passed on eventually. British Chamber of Commerce estimates the tariff costs on UK exports to the US added $2 to $3 billion in extra friction. Bottom line for both sides of the Atlantic, tariffs aren't paid by foreign governments waving a magic check. They're paid by importers who pass most of it to you, the shopper. The trade deficit improved, some manufacturing got a nudge, and a few trade deals got signed. But your grocery bill, your car payment, and your kids' back-to-school shopping got more expensive in the process. So what can you actually do about it? Here's the practical part. Because at Beyond Income, we don't just complain, we give you action steps. Audit your big purchases. If you're car shopping, compare domestic versus import models closely. Look for vehicles with more US or UK content to dodge the heaviest tariffs. Shop smarter on everyday stuff. Prioritize domestic brands where possible on clothes, shoes, and furniture. Apps and websites now let you filter for country of origin. Use them. Buy in bulk on non-tariff hit items before prices adjust again. Budget for the creep. Add a 3 to 5% buffer to your monthly essentials budget. Track categories like apparel and electronics separately so you're not surprised. For UK viewers, keep an eye on US-UK trade talks. If more exemptions come through, it could ease export pressure and help stabilize prices. Support local producers when you can. Long-term mindset. Diversify your income streams. Tariffs are one piece of the global puzzle. The more you understand how trade, inflation, and policy move your money, the better you can stay ahead. That's exactly why we're here. Look, I'm not here to tell you tariffs are all bad or all good. They've reshaped global trade in real time, created some wins on the deficit side, and forced some companies to rethink supply chains. But the data is clear. For the average family in the US or the indirect effects in the UK, it's meant paying hundreds to thousands more per year for the same lifestyle. That's the reality, 1 year in. If this video gave you the clear, no-spin breakdown you've been looking for, the exact numbers, the category-by-category impact, and the moves you can make today, do me a favor. Drop a like if it helped, comment below with what surprised you most. Have you noticed higher prices on cars or clothes yet? And if you want more finance videos that actually make your money work harder, hit subscribe and turn on the bell. We've got deep dives on inflation hedges, side hustles that actually pay, and how to build real wealth no matter what's happening in Washington or Westminster. Thanks for spending this time with me today. Your wallet just got a little smarter. I'll see you in the next one. Take care and keep building that income beyond the ordinary. Cheers.